Hello everyone, welcome to the next session of SAP HANA online training tutorials. In this session, I'm going to explain about what are the deployment options we have for SAP HANA. So in the sense, how HANA as a component can be fit into customer existing landscape. So what are the different ways we can use HANA in the existing landscape. So as I already explained in HANA introduction video, majorly HANA is a database which has the latest hardware innovations in it. So HANA can be used as a database to the existing applications. Let's say you have applications in your landscape that are running on a traditional database. So in such cases, you can move your applications into HANA database. So for example, take SAPBW system, which is a data warehousing application. So till now, SAPBW will always run on traditional databases like Oracle, IBM DB2 or Sybase databases. So now what you can do is, instead of using traditional database, you can use HANA as a database to your BW application. So from front end point of view, everything looks same, but at the back end, you are going to get that in-memory platform where it can really boost your data warehousing system. So HANA can be used as a database to the front-end applications that are already running on traditional databases. So some of the examples are like SAP BW or SAP ECC, or even your CRM system or BPC system, or any of the mobile applications, or whatever the third-party applications that are running on traditional database, you can run on HANA. And the another advantage with HANA is, like, let's say you have a website which is having huge traffic that is running on traditional database, that is fetching data from traditional database. That also can be moved to HANA, because HANA supports a web components. It has inbuilt a web engine which is called Access Engine. We'll talk about different types of engines in architecture lesson, but now just to give you introduction, it has inbuilt a web engine which can support the web applications also, which means whatever the applications, web applications you have which are running on traditional database can be moved to HANA platform. So this is one way of using HANA. The other way is building your a data warehousing platform, or building your analytics platform with HANA. That is called SAP HANA Enterprise system, where HANA is going to be your a main component in the landscape, and you are going to use the tools around HANA to build your analytics platform. Now let's get into our pictorial representations. So this is the first type of using HANA, which is SAP HANA as a database. So as I explained, you can use HANA as a database to your BW or ERP, CRM, SCM, what are the applications that are currently supported. You can use HANA as a database to that. And the next thing is HANA Enterprise system, where you are going to build your analytics platform around HANA appliance. So in that case, now you have SAP HANA in your system. I can explain here itself. So you have HANA here. Okay. Now when you have HANA, it's primarily database, and which has modeling capabilities as well, which means you have a software that can be used to build modeling objects or to manage your platform, to manage your HANA system, which is HANA Studio. So you have HANA Studio here. So the first thing is going to be how you are going to bring data into HANA. So there are different ways. As I explained in the first session, HANA supports for real-time data replication, and it also supports for batch loading, which is by default standard feature that you get with any database. So if you want a real-time replication, you can go with real-time replication, or if you want standard batch loading, you can use any of the ETL tool. But SAP suggests you go with SAP Data Services as an ETL tool, but you can also use Informatica as well as an ETL tool. And when you're looking for a real-time replication, you can use either SLT, which is SAP Landscape Transformation, or you can use SRS, which is Sybase Replication Server. Sybase Replication Server. Or if you have some flat files in your desktop which needs to be put in your HANA system, you also have flat file loading option straight away in HANA Studio, which can be used to load data into HANA from your desktop. Flat file loading. So these are data provisioning techniques. So these are the data provisioning techniques you have in HANA Enterprise system. So you can use any of these 3 data provisioning techniques to bring data from different sources to HANA platform. Once you have HANA data in HANA, the next step is going to be applying your business logic or applying your transformations. So that can be done using modeling objects in HANA. So those modeling objects can be created using SAP HANA Studio. So SAP HANA Studio is going to be software component for HANA platform. So software component for HANA platform, which is Eclipse based tool using which you can manage or you can maintain or you can do all sorts of operations on your HANA database. So you're going to build all the modeling objects in HANA Studio. So once you have the modeling objects available in HANA Studio, the next step is going to be how you are going to access those modeling objects to build reports on top of it. So to create reports on HANA models, SAP suggests to go with business objects reporting tools. So for reporting, it's SAP business objects reporting suite. It's like how you can connect different reporting tools with HANA, and then in business objects how to build universe, then how you can build reports on top of universe. All those things comes in a reporting section. So in between we have got modeling section here. Okay, so these are the different components we'll be using in HANA Enterprise system. So this is the enterprise platform. So these are the 2 different ways that you can use HANA as a component in your landscape. Either you can use it as a database to the existing applications, or you can build your own analytics platform using HANA as a major component in that. So now we talked about what are the different ways of using HANA. Now what are the different deployment options we have? So we have 4 different deployment options. Either you can have HANA on-premise, like you can have your own installation in your data center, or you also have an option, you also have a cloud option for HANA. So you have HANA Enterprise Cloud, you have HANA One, you have HANA Cloud Platform. So we'll discuss about what are the advantages and disadvantages you have with these 4 different types of deployment options. Now the first one is on-premise. So I mean, as we are discussing, HANA is an in-memory platform. Obviously it is going to be expensive when you compare with traditional database platforms you have, because it's a total RAM database, so it's going to be expensive. So the installation, or if you want to have on-premise HANA system, it's going to be expensive, and you need to have your own resource to maintain the system. So the advantages you get with On-premise system is, it's all in your hand, but the disadvantages are going to be it's a bit expensive and you need to have your own resource to maintain the system. Initial installation and configuration will be done by the hardware vendor from whom you buy the database, but once the initial installation is done, you need to have your own resource to maintain and support that platform in your location. So that is a bit disadvantage if you don't have that much skillful resource. So provided that or even if you feel like you don't have that much of data where you buy your own system and install it in on-premise, you can go for cloud option. So SAP provides HANA Enterprise Cloud, which is HEC, so where all the infrastructure will be maintained by SAP. So they'll have their own data centers which can be used by customers. So it's all subscription based. You can pay per month. You can pay so much amount per month to use that platform. And let's say you have a BW application in your data center and you want to move your BW application to the enterprise cloud where you are working. So that also supported by SAP. So you can move your own application to cloud platform, or if you don't have application in your data center, you can also take subscription for new applications as well from SAP. So you can take subscription for BW on HANA. So you can take subscription for HANA Enterprise. You can take subscription for ECC on HANA. So there are different options available and everything will be maintained by SAP, and you also get expert support from SAP. But the disadvantage part is going to be you have to move your data out of your data centers, which means your data is outside the world. So there should be some data security issues, but you have to trust the partners or trust the provider from where you are going to use your cloud system. So the trust should be there. That is the disadvantage that you get with this. But the everything will be done very quickly. So you are going to have your system readily available within hours or within days from the time you have chosen for subscription. So this will be maintained by SAP. The next one is SAP HANA 1. So SAP HANA 1 is actually from third-party cloud vendors like your Amazon or CloudShare, or there are different cloud vendors available who will provide HANA system, maybe small size HANA systems. So from where you can go for subscription. This is also like it will be per month or per hour usage based, and most of the times this will be used as non-production system. When it comes to HANA Enterprise Cloud, this can be used as your production system where you can load your daily day-to-day operations into that and you can do the analytics. But most of the times HANA 1 will be used as non-productive, where if you want to do any proof of concept or any small testing system kind of thing, you can go for HANA 1. But recently only Amazon Web Services has got a production license for their HANA 1 environment. So it's all like your on-premise installation. So the advantage is going to be your data center, but the disadvantage is expensive and need of skillful resource. Second is enterprise cloud platform, which is HEC, maintained by SAP, easy to install and expert advice from SAP, and it's a cost effective. Disadvantage is your data is in other data centers. And this can be used as production system. Okay, now the next one is HANA 1. HANA 1 platform by third party cloud vendors. Most of the times not recommended to use as production system. This is going to be the disadvantage, but the advantage part is can be used for test system with less size, like 64 GB, a small system. Most of the times all these HANA enterprise cloud systems are going to be like 512 GB, or it's going to be multiplication of 512 GB. This is going to be your small system, and then you can have 1 TB with 2 512 GB nodes, multi-node system, or 2 TB with 4 512, something like that. So this is going to be multiplication of 512. When it comes to HANA ones, you are going to have very small systems, because these are going to be for a test, to test or to create some POCs. So best suited for proof of concepts and testing. Okay, so disadvantage is again not recommended for production system and security and data security. Okay, then the next one is HANA Cloud Platform. So HANA Cloud Platform, this is also again from SAP, but this is kind of hybrid platform where you can run both your cloud applications as well as on-premise applications on the same platform. So it's like in enterprise cloud, you have to bring your own applications also into cloud. But here in HANA Cloud Platform, you can run your own applications from on-premise on the cloud HANA, or you can also build your own mobile application, something like that, in the cloud platform itself. It's like both on-premise and cloud. So this is going to be hybrid platform. So the same advantages and disadvantages applies as of enterprise cloud. So these are the different deployment options that are available with HANA, and the disadvantages and advantages of it. So to summarize what we have learned in this tutorial or in this session is, we have seen how HANA can be used as a component in the existing landscape, like as a database to the existing applications, or building your new analytics platform around HANA appliance. And we have also seen what are the deployment options available for HANA, like on-premise installation or cloud application, cloud options like enterprise cloud, which is HEC, or HANA 1, and HANA Cloud Platform, which is HCP. And we have also seen what are the disadvantages as well as advantages with each different type of deployment options available. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and happy learning.